Yo.
Yo,
Yo.
what's going on?
Yo.
How's it going, boys? Fresh
Can
back
I
in the States
can
from
I get some
Shanghai.
props? Can I get some props on getting into the Discord on chat on stage within 10 minutes of the actual start time? I feel like this is
That-
a first.
Oh
And
yeah, within 5 minutes. We're learning. We're advancing and progressing. It's beautiful.
I'm getting better. We just got back from Shanghai,
Yeah, how you feeling?
um, Shanglo. No, we're feeling good. I slept the entire way back, which was amazing. And
I'm so
we didn't
jealous.
really sleep
I
there. The
can't.
shows were really awesome in Shanghai. It's just pretty crazy. We hadn't been back there. We did like two arenas, which was really fun. We haven't like done like just Chainsmokers arena shows in a while, and it was really fun.
Awesome.
Um,
How does it feel to be putting out a proper project?
Great, really great. I mean, we Parker, as you guys know, Parker fills us in on like everybody's responses, and it's been so fun to watch what you guys are liking, what you guys are not liking as much, which parts are like the love for tennis court is crazy um because um I almost didn't finish it. It was the first song that like we started for this project. I remember I posted a video of me making that beat probably like what is it, November,
Yeah,
October or
that was
something?
like toward the end of the year last year.
Yeah, and then like uh we wrote the I hope you find what you're looking for, that whole like verse, and then I just like stalled, like major stalled, and so that didn't come out until Alex was like, you just need to stop being a bitch and just finish this. And I'm glad to see
What is
everyone liked it.
what does that look like? What is stop being a bitch and finish the song? What does that mean?
Basically like an inevitable deadline where like that's the only song that like was keeping us from like getting the album done.
And moving on
Gotcha.
to new music.
Yeah, that's a big thing because a little info for you guys, like we are already well on our way with what's coming next, and it's not just going to be I know we like kind of clarified that we're TCX6 isn't just no hard feelings. It's just kind of this vibe that we're on right now. And we made some stuff that we're really excited. So it was like, all right, just like finish the stuff from 2023, because the songs are really good and need to be on this and on the CP, and then we can move on. But we have a couple records that are coming soon that we're really stoked on.
Yeah, how'd you guys settle on the idea of releasing an EP instead of just like steadily releasing singles or a full album?
I mean, I think there was a lot of discussion around that, and I'm not even sure this feels like the right format right now. I think going back to the the single days when we were releasing song after song and kind of rolling them into an album. Like in the very beginning, that worked. You know what I mean? It was like we were brand new artists. We wanted to keep the attention of our fans. We had lots of time to make music because we were touring that much. And it was fun to kind of keep people's attention and keep pushing the sound forward. But like probably around like 2020-ish or 20, it just got too much. It was like we were touring too much. Like we were just like making songs to kind of like put them out, it felt like, and not having like a narrative around them all was like hurting the music also because we were just kind of grasping for songs versus actual like meaning, I think. And then our lives were just like 10,000% more busy. And then so we went and did, the So Far So Good album, which was like an amazing, breath of fresh air for us where we could create, an entire world and soundscape and visualscape that like we felt like represented the type of music we wanted to make. But like that also took like, excluding like the fact we were in COVID, it took like a long, long, long time. And I think like coming off the back of that and in World War Joy, you're kind of like, damn, is this like also the best format? Because it's taking forever to put out these songs, and by the time they come out, we have like 15 other songs we're more excited about, and the world is in a different place, and so are we. And so it felt like the EP was this like happy medium where we could go create a world that felt, you know, relevant and exciting to us, and was like, sat in this emotional place that all these songs could exist in, but at the same time didn't hold us back from like moving forward at a pace that like allows us, like Drew said, we already have a number of songs for the next thing done, and all these songs exist in kind of this winter world except for Bar Pity, which is like us breaking out of that world and the beginning of the next chapter of what this music's going to look like. So it just kind of lent itself to just how we are creatively and like the time we have available, and just like the pace at which people like consume music, because like I don't even remember the last time I listened to 14 songs from anybody. So we tried to find kind of like a happy medium that hopefully everyone appreciates.
Awesome. So you guys were kind of like feeling that kind of like frustration or confusion last year that the fans were also feeling, just with like the kind of format, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been searching since So Far Good, So Far So Good, and I think I probably said this maybe last time I was on here or maybe around that era, but it was a very stressful album release for us, and it wasn't fun. And putting out music should be fun, but you know, there's just like a lot of pressure, and you have to make all these like assets for it, and like in reality, I think Alex and I just like want to make music that we think is sick and just drop it when we want to, and I think right now more than ever dropping music is like more informal, which is like great, and we want to give you guys as much of it as we can, and we want it to just kind of like be free flowing. And the single thing like felt a little bit not genuine, um, and especially when like last summer, like all of our singles were we were trying a bunch of different sounds out, and there was a lot of debate. Like I honestly didn't even really want to roll that up into an album because I felt like last summer was just a bunch of singles. Um, and that we were just trying out a bunch of stuff, and we were like just not really in the right place, to like I don't know, I felt like we didn't have like a narrative for a whole album, and that's what we want to give when we put out an EP or a body of work like that. So I don't know, like now it's like we're gonna drop songs when we want them. We're gonna, you know, we have no idea what the format's going to be, just to be totally transparent. For the rest of the year, we just want to have fun and make stuff that feels like fun and in the moment, that works well in the show, and still tells our story and the things that you love about us.
Cool. I think everybody's gonna love hearing all of this from you guys.
Also, you know what was interesting is that, you know, obviously we're limited to the amount of stuff we read, and I try not to read too much into the comments and reviews and stuff. But like what was interesting is to see that like it seems like Addicted was like the least favorite song like in the album in terms of how our fans appreciated it, which is like really interesting because I think that song obviously serves a much bigger purpose, and it's like so far the best performing song. Obviously, it's been out the longest, and I love that record. But it's really interesting for us to see how the fans, you guys, react to like a song like Bar Pity or Bad Advice versus say, you know, Addicted and stuff, and it's like our job to kind of balance these two, you know, these two things, and that, you know, we're like we hear sometimes we make a song and we're like, this is not necessarily like the most emotionally rooted song, but this song just bangs, and it's like a song that needs to be out and serves this like more popular club world. And then there's songs like, you know, Bad Advice that are just like, you know, there's so many layers and so much meaning to it. So I feel like that's just something we always are thinking about and struggling with, and it's cool and interesting to see how you guys kind of pick up on that stuff.
Yeah, when songs like Addicted drop, I'm always interested to see like the inevitable, like, oh, this sounds like a Zerb track, not a Chainsmokers track comment. So I feel like whenever you guys put that footage out of like Zerb, Drew, and Ink like all making the song together, that kind of like shut people up. But that like brought up like a very interesting conversation specifically yesterday where somebody was asking like, what do you guys think the quintessential Chainsmokers sound is? And like I feel like at this point you guys have made so many different songs that all sound so different that it's like a much more difficult question to answer than it used to be. So, do you guys think you have an idea for what that quintessential Chainsmokers element is?
That's a great question, and one
Okay.
that, you know, you constantly ask yourself as an artist, because you know, like we'd always joke like you'd see people be like, "Oh, like I miss your old sound," and you're like, "Which old sound?" Like Rose's sound, like selfie sound, like our remix day sound. What is it? You know? Mm.
Yeah, yeah, which is
Yeah,
funny because like Friday is like a song that you could specifically point to and say like this does sound like a Chainsmokers song.
yeah. I mean, That one's like very clearly like the vibe that we came up on. Um, but yeah, I mean, like just like so you guys know, like Alex and I are just trying to make hot ass tracks that like make us feel something. There's never like any other agenda besides that. We feel really good about how balanced this No Hard Feelings is because I feel like we kind of like did everything that we like to do. Like we made some songs with other artists that are just fun and reach a new audience and like just a different flavor for us. And then you have songs like, you know, No Shade at Pity that are, and Tennis Court that are just such like a emotional story about like where we're personally at as people, and I'm singing on those. And then you have Friday, which like has the whole Roses vibe with like a very new like voice on it. So we're just like having fun with it, and we just want to make hot tracks and put them out, and that's where we're at.
Also, I feel like to that also, it's like we're never gonna put out a song that we haven't like fully been a part of. Like, like I feel like in the case of Addicted to Zerb, like he was saying, like if you just hear that, you're like, oh, it's like a Zerb. Where do the Chainsmokers fit in on this?
Totally.
And then you see the video, and it's like, oh, they were there every step of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved combing through the Dropbox and just watching that. It looked like you guys had like such a fun time just like getting together. By the way, we got a special guest on the stage right now. I don't know if you guys knew.
Oh,
Elio's here.
What's up, Elio?
Not much. How are you guys?
Loving the blonde hair, looking good.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, so something I thought was interesting about Bad Advice in comparison to like some other songs like Tennis Court is that like Elio's been on the song since the beginning with the demo. Like, was it an easy decision to like keep her on there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's like the core of that song. We wrote that together in Aspen in 2022. And I mean, Elio, what would you say about like that song? That just took a long time and like it almost didn't happen. And then we just kept coming back to it. And then, up until the end, we didn't have that hook. So, I mean, what's your perspective?
I mean, I feel like on the day it was like we wrote what we had really fast, but then that hook just kind of like we didn't really know what it was, but everything else came together really quickly. And then yeah, we literally didn't have that hook until like what, 2 months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, kind of crazy, but I've always loved that song so much.
I know that beat is just every time it comes on, I'm like, oh. And then, we had those verses that we loved, and I love when your voice comes in. And like, look, we both tried to like recut these verses too, and just there's something about the magic of when we did that, that just I don't know, we couldn't recapture. And
Yeah.
I'm really happy with how it turned out. But it's funny. I think I saw some comments of people like wanting that song to have more of a drop, which is hilarious because that's my favorite drop on the entire EP. We bought this like new Oberheim synth and we're just messing with the harmonies on it, and it just like is so psychedelic and fun and different for us. So I'm really happy with how everything turned out, but especially that song.
Yeah, no, same. I think it's so sick. And I think the drop is like, I don't know, it's so chill, but it hits so hard every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first demo that Drew had ever shared with me, so it's the first like Chainsmokers song that I got to like watch like actually develop throughout the whole process, and I was like mind blown when I heard the final product because everybody's been wanting this song to drop for so long, but when everybody was like most excited for it, it was like so much less than it is now. And I feel like at some point we gotta like let the people hear that original demo so they can understand how songs change. But
Totally. I mean, we'll drop that in the Discord for sure.
Yeah, I got a question for Elio. I'm sure. I mean, you've known these guys for a while, and you guys wrote this song together almost like 2 whole years ago. So, like, and I know you have other writing credits with them, but like, how cool is it to have like an official song out in the world with these guys?
Dude, it's so sick. I'm so excited, and I think just like honestly, like being able to be there and like write the songs with them and like see their magic happen, it was just like such a fun experience. So I'm definitely stoked.
What was that week in Aspen like for you guys?
It was
Honestly,
hectic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elio, what did you think? Because we all like knew each other and you didn't know any of us, and we had 3 rooms going.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I think the only people who didn't know anyone was me and then Rob Late. And so we just kind of like the whole time we were like, "Hey guys." Like it was just like it was so fun. But you guys were also like welcoming and it was, by like the end of the first day even like it was just so chill and everyone was just all friends and just like so creative. Like we would get halfway through an idea and then like another idea would start in another room. It was just so fun.
It's so interesting because Rob Layton had some production credits on this EP, right?
Yeah, Rob. So it's been really fun to work with him. Actually, it'd be kind of fun if he was on this chat right now. Um,
I got to just start
Rob,
reaching out to all of your guys' colleagues.
yeah, Rob is. I mean, first of all, if you guys follow Rob and like look at his production tutorials, the dude is like insane. Um, and he's just so technical and really fun. So like with Friday, what he did, the loop in the beginning, that's like kind of runs through actually the whole song. It was funny. I wrote uh that song, which was called Universe before it was called Friday, with Ink the first day I met Ink. So before Addicted and all that stuff. And she was coming in. I like knew nothing about her other than she had written a lot for Beyonce and was working on the Kendrick album. And that's like obviously a very different type of writer than we usually work with. And she just I was like, fuck, like I don't even know like what to make with her. I didn't know what writing was going to be like with her at all. I didn't know we were going to become amazing friends and do a ton of different records together. So I was just like, I need to throw something together. And Rob had sent me this sample pack of just like little like musical loops that were like 4 to 8 bars long. And I just grabbed one and then I did like classic just Chainsmokers drums over them and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do like a Roses drop on this. And so on that song, and then Ink came in and just Ink freestyled for this is like the first thing I'd ever. Me and Jordan, our engineer, were just like watching her in amazement because we just gave her a mic and she freestyled for I think 13 minutes, and then her and I just went through the vocal, what her freestyle, and just cut up pieces that we wanted, and then finessed all the lyrics to make it like a full story. And then eventually Friday hopped on and did that track. But working with, I think I don't know if I sent Rob's like that was the only one that I think Rob contributed to like the core of the song. What he's also a master at is I just send him when I'm stuck on something. He's so good at these like little details. So I'll send him like tennis court when it's like 90% done and he'll just make these awesome transitions and swooshes and like vocal effects that are not in my like toolkit and he's been really really great with that. So thankful for Rob.
Yeah, I just think that's interesting because like your guys with Bad Advice coming around now and with some more Rob Late credits, it's like your guys' Aspen trip was more supposed to be like a TCS 5 thing, and it seems like it's been more impactful for TCS 6.
I mean,
Wait, is Rob on Bad Advice?
probably. I don't know.
I don't think he is.
I
Or
don't know if
maybe.
I don't know if he is. I just meant just like in terms of just like that kind of like
Yeah, I mean,
trip.
those things are meant to be less focused on like this is the album that we're gonna pull from here. It's just like make a ton of different stuff and have fun and get inspired. I think that's like the real purpose of those things. Like get out of the like come to the studio every day or get hassled about the 10 other things we have going on in our lives and just like get together with some really talented people in a beautiful place and just like see what happens. I mean, we're like constantly always taking things that we've done in the past and like taking little bits and pieces and applying them to new things. And then also, of course, you kind of just like sometimes things get like looked over, like like green lights, and that's been around forever. And then you guys are just like, we got this has to be on like come out, and you're kind of like, all right. So I think there's like a lot of value in taking time to go do those things, but we're still kind of like perfecting how we run them and get out of them. As like Elio said, like it's probably weird because I feel like most writer camps you come and you're like writing 24/7. We're coming and we're like, should we go like day drink at a bar for a couple hours? And everyone's like, wait, what? And you're like, yeah, we're gonna write later. And so it's like as much as it's supposed to be like a creative break and a space to just like not feel stressed about being creative than it is about being like, we need to push out the next project out of this. And it like usually leads to really meaningful relationships and starts the songs.
Yeah. What specifically about writing with Elio do you guys love?
Elio, what do we love about you?
Gosh,
She's
I
still
don't
on
know.
here. We had a great, I mean, it was funny back to the Aspen session. She was like hanging with Rob, and then um it's actually kind of funny because like you were hanging with Rob a lot, and then I came down because I was like, shit, I've been like working with Emily and Ian and Lost Boy and stuff, and I was like, I gotta come down and do this song. But actually, I think that beat on Bad Advice is one that Ian and I did. I actually don't, so I don't think he's actually on that one. He's not on Bad Advice. Okay, yeah,
Ian,
yeah. See, I
Ian
don't even
is, yeah.
know. I don't even know who's on which song at this point.
Yeah. No, Ian started it. Ian like did the thing where he's like in his headphones and nobody knows what the hell he's doing.
Yeah,
And then, like all of a sudden he like takes them off and he's like, I think I got something. And then he plays like the hardest thing ever.
yeah.
And then yeah, I think we actually like went down into the like second studio and just like did that like I've been giving it up for a minute like really quickly, and it was just like that was so fun.
Yeah, I think those vocals, because we tried to recut the verse vocals, in our studio, which is like nice and a treated room, whatever. And I think we cut that in the living room that had Jordan. Do you remember?
You recut it in the
Oh, I recut it in this like living room, which was like the least ideal sonic room, which is like everything. It was like our one of our wealthy friends like mansion in Aspen, which was a huge vibe, but like everything was made out of like stone, or what do we call that? Like there's just tile everywhere, so there was like nothing to absorb sound. But I gave my voice this like cool like Francis and the Lights type thing that we could never recreate after that.
Mm. Yeah, so sick.
Yeah. Also, I feel like in general, like, I mean, obviously, like, we're two dudes. Like, it's not always easy to write from the perspective of the female side, and like finding that tone and just like that connection. And so, I don't know if you guys have listened to Elio's music, but you absolutely should. It's incredible. So having that balance is just like, essential. It's part of why we love writing with Emily, because like she'll constantly check us and bring things back to the middle and like reveal something from the other side that like we aren't really capable of. So I think that's why this song kind of came out so sweet and interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, like Alex said, you guys should listen to Elio's music. She's got an album coming soon, right?
I do, end of the month, May 31st.
Cover art's on fire.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody say thank you to Elio for hopping on. This is the first time we've ever had a featured artist come and join us on one of these, and I've always wanted to do that. I want to start doing this more. So Elio's our first.
Yeah.
Thanks, Elio.
Thank you guys. See you soon.
We have not touched on No Shade at Pity yet. How did that song come about?
That was really fun, probably, and that was the last song that we did for this EP. And that was us and Emily and Megan, who goes by Bulo, if you guys listen to Bulo. She also wrote Texas Hold'em, the Beyonce song. And then this guy Ryan, who we had never worked with, but
Is Bulo on that one? I didn't.
yeah, she was here. And we were just hanging out, making some shit, and we wanted to make like, and not that it really ended here, but like more of like a Phoenix MGMT spot, like analog synthy type beat. And I think we were messing with that chord progression, and I had like the melody for the verse, and for some reason I was like really scared to like do it because it's a really complex melody. And then I finally got the courage after a couple hours to do it, and that was kind of the basis for the song. And like topic wise, we felt like we knew all that wasn't after we went to Jackson, right? It was It was right before Jackson. But we had we knew that like everything was going to be this like winter aesthetic, and a lot of the album talks about the process of getting over someone, and we wanted to use like the first day of, I mean, Emily's from New York, Alex from New York, we obviously came up in New York, and there's something about exactly this time of year when we knew the album would be coming out where it's, you know, it's not very warm out, but like the sun's shining, everyone's out in the streets in New York, like everyone's like got their shirts off in Central Park, everyone's drinking in the streets, and we wanted to use that as a metaphor of like the first day you realize that you're over somebody. um, and the imagery in that song is very personal to us. And you know, I still like tear up sometimes when I listen to it because it's just so connected to some of like the best days that we've ever had. Um, so yeah, and then
Yeah,
I think, and then production guys that happen all like very quickly. But yeah,
it it seems like a very nice like kind of transitionary song because the EP has such like a winter theme, and then this song opens up with like first day of spring. Uh,
yeah,
is that kind of
we kind of wrote it as being like the last track on the EP, but when we put everything together and listened to it, it just was such a good opener, and we all loved it so much. We wanted it to be the first thing that everybody heard from this little mini chapter.
yeah? If is that kind of like the theme for the other kind of like TCS 6 parts that people can look forward to is just like specifically like weather themed EPs.
I don't know. Again, like everything with this EP, the format that we released it in sonically might not be indicative of the rest of TCS 6. Um, some of it will be. I think we really tapped into what we want our music to sound like, and I feel like this EP is very well balanced. Um, and there's like two songs that we have right now that are really, I think, capture the sentiment of everything that you guys just heard. But it's all this really fun. What's coming?
There's been a lot of deep diving since the songs are out and the lyrics are available. There's one specific line in No Shade at Pity that people have been that there was like a bunch of discussion about today and that they're pinging me to ask about right now. Do you want to elaborate on like what you mean when you say like both of you let go of me? It sounds like you're talking to one specific person and then the both of you let go of me. Like what is that? What does that symbolize?
The line is, "It's time to leave. You went cold as winter, and with one final breeze, both of you let go of me." Meaning, both the winter was over, and you're out of winter, and like like the winter like hold on you, and the hold from like the relationship that you were in. Like it's spring. It's like that feeling of like when you step outside and it's warm for the first time in like April, and you're like, oh wow, I forgot how this felt like. You know, like that's like, you know, winter's letting go of you, and as a metaphor of like, wow, and also I feel better and I'm not stuck in this, you know, depression or thing with this
Amazing.
person.
Amazing. That makes sense. I think I remember somebody interpreting it that way. So congrats. It kind of feels like English class. Everybody's just like, here, what did the poet mean by this? Um,
That's
the,
good. We have lyrics that are doing that, you know.
so green lights has been sitting in our Discord server for like 2 years now, and and now it's out on streaming platforms. Like, what went into the decision to release that officially?
I knew you guys already had it because I dropped the link a while ago, and I saw a bunch of people asking for it on Spotify, and thematically it felt like it was part of this, like what we were tonally, like what we were talking about on the CP, and we just wanted to add it, and we labeled it demo because we did work on it a little bit, and then I just like kept trying to make it do too much, and we just liked it being unfinished and how it is, so we just threw it on there.
So
Um,
so shouldn't anticipate a finished part two.
Let it go, guys. That's it.
There, you heard it. There, you heard it from
there's
them.
there's other stuff that's a better use.
That
Of
needed to
If
come
we,
from
if
you
we
guys.
like remade it, you guys would be like, it's not as good as the original. And if we don't touch it, you're like, where's the rest of it? You know, we wanted to put it out here for y'all. In fact, you guys have had it forever. think of that as like a bonus track versus like a core piece of the EP. But yeah, let us work on new music. It's more important.
Yeah, exactly. I think I've covered most of the ground that I want to cover. If you guys are down to bring some people up here, I don't know how much time we have.
Sure, we got like 30 minutes.
Cool, cool. All right, if you guys want to request to speak, there's a guy. I don't know if he's here. I should have hit him up before. We did a little March Madness contest, and I told the winner that to entice people to join, I said whoever wins could get a guaranteed spot on our next stage. But I don't know if he's here, so I'll just start bringing up some people. People always ask me how to get invited. Be active members that I can recognize, and I know you're not gonna come up here and flash us or anything. We got Adam up here. Adam's been like our #1 most consistent user for like ever.
What's up, Adam? We know
Yo,
Adam
guys,
well.
what's up? Thanks so much for being here. And thanks, Parker. Yeah, so absolutely loving the new EP. No Hard Feelings been on a repeat, like literally since last night. Really enjoying it. So what I was just wondering is, I know that you kind of talked about this a bit already. You've kind of been like stockpiling a lot of music for the past like couple years, ever since that Aspen trip. Like Bad Advice, for example, I know was started there. And then Alex, I know in a couple of like the chat Q&As we've had, you've mentioned for like, I think since last year, this idea of like having an era where it's just a series of EPs, each with like its own little theme to it. So how did you then go about like using No Hard Feelings as an example, like picking which songs would be best for No Hard Feelings versus like which ones might be best for another part of TCS 6? I like just the process of like narrowing that down.
Yeah, I mean, I think it started with Tennis Court, honestly. That was like the first song that we were like, okay, this feels great. Like, I love the message. Like it feels relevant to our lives and like and just existing really in the Chainsmokers sound. But I think we also made a promise to ourselves where we're like, let's really only like focus on just exceptional sounding songs that like we know in our heart there's something special to. I think in the past it's like you can start making things and be like everything's like good. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember the last time we went to the studio and like came out and we were like, damn, that was just like an absolute trash of waste of time. So I think it's about like for us really being able to like be really particular about like what songs are we like there's just something really important and special happening here that we need to follow through on. And I think if you like really hold yourself to that like high bar, and it doesn't mean you can't like something that's like can't become great, and like some songs need more than like a day to get to that there. But I think you kind of know also when you're like spinning your wheels and just trying to finish something that doesn't really move the needle. Um, and I think like all of these songs like did that for us when we made them. Like whether it was like immediately obvious or not, it was questionable. But I think moving forward, especially since Tennis Court, that's how we've been like working. And so, when we got to like the 5 or 6 songs, we were like, this is like the more than this, it starts to go into like album territory. Let's like wrap these up and then like start thinking about like what are we excited and how are we feeling about the next chapter, and like with like summer upon us and everyone feeling good and being excited about life, and start making music that reflects that. And we have a couple of songs that like by really meet that threshold of just feeling really, really good. So I think that's like the hardest job now is kind of like, being hardcore about the things you move on from fast and starting things new. I mean, I know like artists like Fred again, he has like a 30-minute rule, which is ridiculous. I don't know how this guy produces songs that fast. But like, in that vein, he's like, if I'm not like obsessed with it after 30 minutes, I move on. And so similarly, it's like holding ourselves to that same standard where it's like, let's not waste time on things that like just really don't serve either the vision of the album or EP that we're building, or feel like just something extraordinary that we have to like finish. And I think that's been really helpful to like narrow down where our time is spent, and the types of songs we want to work on.
Awesome. Love it. Thanks so much, guys. Real quick, if I go to Bar Pity, what do you recommend I order there? Because I got to check that place out.
The tartufo truffle pasta is amazing. The mushroom appetizer is amazing. The linguine clams is amazing. Honestly, like everything there is really good. Just remember, you got to bring cash. They don't accept credit cards.
Love it. Thanks so much, guys. Awesome.
Thanks, Adam.
Yep.
We got
Thanks, guys.
Imani up here. She was our trivia champion from a couple years ago. Last time we
Yeah.
tried getting her up here, I think she had some technical difficulties. So here's her chance at redemption.
What's up, Amani? Oh,
Oh no, I think we may have the same technical difficulties.
oh, she's on mute. Amani, you're on
Okay.
mute. Or you were.
Oh, yeah, she was. Oh no. Oh well, we'll get that figured out. I got someone else coming up here. Loudy had
Hi.
some very in-depth thoughts on the EP last night. I'm sure he'd love to share some of them.
Hi guys.
What's up?
Hey, first of all, I'm from Argentina, and we love you guys here so much. I mean, it's been so long, and we're waiting for you to come back soon.
We love Argentina. I miss being there. We're trying to figure that out. It's hard to go down there because there's not a ton of like festivals, and you'll do like Lollapalooza, and then you have to take a couple years off because they want to book other people. And but we have it in mind, and we really want to go and do like a meaningful show down there. We love it there.
Oh, thank you. And for the EP, I have been listening for the past day, only day, and it's amazing. And I don't have something for ask you. I just want to thank you for coming back to those roots. I mean, listening to No Shade at Pity was like being in 2014 listening to your remixes like Dreaming or Operating SoundCloud, and it was like a beautiful comeback to that. And also Friday being Roses 2.0, and I was like shocked by Tennis Court. I mean, when that song ended the other day that Parker did the premiere, it was like that song ended, and I was just like, what the fuck I just heard? And that thing only happened to me like when I heard Channel One for the first time. And those were the only two songs that made me feel that way. And when Tennis Court ended, it was like, this is the best song ever.
Hell yeah. I'd love to hear that.
Nothing. It's just that I love the EP. I wish I could ask you something, but honestly, I wasn't expecting for Parker to me. But nothing. I love. Drew, we miss you here in the south of Argentina so much.
Wait,
And
where are you?
I'm in Buenos Aires, but my whole family is from Bariloche.
Oh,
That
no
is
way.
right next to El Bolson. My grandma lived in El Bolson, and with my best friends, we are huge fans of you. And last year we went to Bariloche and went to El Bolson, and when we were there, it was like, "Yo, Drew Taggart lived here. What the fuck?"
I would love to go back to El Bolson. Like I can't. I have memories because I haven't been there in like 15 to 20 years now, which is crazy. And I have like really distinctive memories of how it felt and how it looked. And I would love to be able to go back and see, how accurate my memories are and see some of the people I knew when I was there.
No, well, Sunny is prettier than ever, and nothing. It's like really shocking to know that you wanted to be part of the dance music while living here, which is not something very common. Like we only have one known producer that is Bizarrap, so to
Yeah,
know that is
just doing it.
actually crazy.
Yeah, wild. Well, I'd love to go back. I really would. We'll let you know. We're working on it, I promise.
When you come back, we'll be
Yo,
there.
yo.
Oh,
Oh, Himani made it.
Hamani's she's in the house. It's
Hi,
working.
guys.
Okay,
Hi,
I'm leaving
guys.
my.
Hi, guys.
See you,
Sorry for
Lovey.
my English, and we love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Hi, guys. I am EP is on repeat since release, and Tennis Court is my favorite song. I'm listening it on repeat so much.
Fuck yeah.
So I was just asking, how was your experience in India? Sorry, I couldn't make it. I had exams, so I just want to ask, how was your experience? Do you like the food here and everything else?
Yeah, we've been to. It was fun to do, an actual like big show because the last time we were there, we did a private event for someone's wedding. So it was nice to like go there for real and do a festival again. And all our fans there are so enthusiastic and they show so much love. And we love Indian food, so that's a special treat as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's always a treat to go over there.
What's your favorite Indian dish?
This is the most like generic white person answer, but it's got to be butter chicken.
Okay, thank you so much. And Alex, happy birthday in advance.
Thank you.
Cool. Glad we got that working. We got Bad up here. Bad, what's up?
What's up, Bad?
Nope, maybe. Bad was the one who
Better luck next
like,
time.
Nice.
Bad nearly single-handedly fueled all of the I think it was Selena Gomez rumors for like the So Far So Good album because of the person on the billboard in the High video. So many conspiracies brought up from that, and I think Bad is responsible for that. But I don't think he's going to be here to own up to that.
Damn. Well, thanks for your work on the conspiracies.
We got Veda up here now. Veda's got one of your guys' one of the jerseys that you guys got from the Armory in Minneapolis.
Hey,
Hell yeah. What's up, Veda?
nothing much. I've been listening to the EP like pretty much all day. It's so good.
Thank
I was wondering what happened at Pity, because you guys made it the title of the song. So
Like
it's
what
got
happened? What
yeah,
what
did
like
anything
why is
happen?
that in the song?
Yeah.
Well, so Bar Pity is a restaurant in the West Village in New York that's like very iconic and everyone sits outside and like that was the first, when we started writing that song, we were thinking about all the things you see on like the first beautiful day of spring in New York. And like Bar Pity is just everyone's out sitting outside, the sun's shining right there. And I don't know like how that I don't think we had a better name for that song. And it just is kind of quintessentially describes the day. If you've like experienced that day, you'll like know exactly what we're talking about, and we wanted to,
Yeah.
I guess, highlight that.
Yeah. It's such a mood lifter. Like when you go outside and the sun's out, like I see why a it's just a great way to describe it.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad you feel that way. I mean, I love that song. I can't wait to we performed it live for the first time 2 nights ago in Shanghai, which was fun. Um, and I think we might even consider like opening the set with that because it just kind of like sets things off on a really just like in a nice place.
It would be amazing to see a set opened with that. Like
Hell yeah.
actually.
Hell yeah. Well, we're working on it.
Cool.
Glad you love it.
We got a Jonas up here now. Jonas, you got a question?
Yo, what's up, guys? How are you doing?
What's up, Jonas?
Yo, what's up? Loving the IP so far. I love it so much. It's crazy. I love tennis court so much. I'm one of the tennis court enjoyers. It's really awesome. Not gonna lie.
That's awesome. I'm like, it's so crazy
Yeah.
how like that song. There was one point like towards the end of producing the EP, it was just like, I don't know if I can finish this. Like, we might have to cut this. Which I'm so
happy
glad
they
we
did.
didn't, because yeah, that beat's just so fun and just feels amazing and fresh and yeah.
Yeah, I do love scenes a lot. I'm really happy you guys made it. Also, by the way, I'd like to take the chance to ask you these guys. Personally, I'm from Portugal, and you guys haven't been here since, I don't know, 2016, 2017, and maybe even the rest of Europe. So I'd like to ask you if you have any plans of a world tour or at least an Europe tour or something, any tour.
I mean, we would love to come back to Portugal. It's kind of tough because we're at the mercy of bookers for festivals. We're definitely playing a bunch of festivals this summer throughout Europe, well, basically starting in June to like September. we don't have a plan at the moment for any like official Chainsmoker type tour. And I feel like Spain always gets left out. Your guys' geography makes it like really hard from a routing standpoint to like hit Portugal and all the amazing countries there. But I hope we can come back really soon and play a show there. We always have an amazing time. And hopefully now with some of these songs doing really well, those promoters will be like, "Oh damn, we got to throw these dudes back on the lineup." But we'll see. And I think all those tours are listed on our website. Probably, I don't even know.
Yeah, where is our tour?
Yeah.
The ones that are announced are.
Here's the answer. They're going to a lot of places. Shows have not been announced this year.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great one.
Totally. Thanks, Jonas.
Thank
Cool.
you.
We got Arthur now. What's up, Arthur?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Arthur?
Hello, hello.
What's
So I
going
got-
down?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. I'm good, and you? So I've got two questions, but first I want to say thank you for the amazing music you made with the new EP. I really love it.
Glad you love it. We loved making it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I love the vibe of the new music, new area. So I got a question. I'm going to Perukaville this year in Germany, like past year you were there, the Chainsmokers, and I really love the show you played. Are you coming this year?
Are we doing Perukaville? I don't.
No,
I
we're
feel
not.
like we do that like every other year. Same with Tomorrowland. So I don't think we're doing that this year. Are we doing any other German festivals?
Yeah, we're doing two in Sep. We're doing Lollapalooza in Berlin in September,
Oh yeah,
and then there's one other one that I don't remember.
yeah. So Lollapalooza in Berlin in September. Are they? Is the
Yeah.
other one in September?
Yeah, I'm seeing you guys in Groningen, in Holland, this year.
Oh, nice. Wait,
Yeah,
we have 3 German festivals this year that we're doing. Are they? Maybe they're announced. They're not all announced yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands, so I booked tickets especially for you guys. I don't
Nice,
care about the festival. And my second question is about a song you wrote like 2 years ago. You teased on TikTok, but we never heard of again. We never heard of it again. It was like with TikTok freeze. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's like one of those songs that I loved. Like we really like loved at one point, and then like we just didn't end up finishing. And there's something about that one that's like really really hot. I remember we made that in the fall of 2022, I believe. And yeah, that's just kind of sitting around. I see you guys comment a lot about that, but I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
That song.
Yeah, I don't know like what the fate of it is. I mean, kind of what Alex was saying earlier is I, I think going forward, if we do like if we do another EP this year, we're really trying to focus on like get better at kind of like making I because we make a lot of stuff that's good and sometimes we spend and then but it's like not great and then you spend a lot of time perfecting it and those songs usually take the longest and they just don't come out the best like our most successful most loved songs are usually ones that happen really quickly and so I'm trying to be a little bit cautious to like go back to old songs but I do see you guys like really fucking with that one so
You
it's
just drop it in here and
yeah
and move
Yeah.
on. I think yeah.
You know what? I'm a big fan of you guys all since 2014, 15. But my girlfriend, she don't really like your music, so she get crazy all the time if we playing your music in my car. But the TikTok one, she likes the lot. She likes TikTok a lot. So maybe we can bring it out for her.
Okay, we gotta convert her.
Exactly. Yes.
All right, well we'll keep that in mind.
Thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks
I don't know
for-
what's the time of you guys.
All right, we got a little time left. We got Bad up here to maybe redeem himself. He requested again.
What's up? Bud? What? Madison beer?
How about that?
like you needed to like message her or something? You had to remind Drew or some shit.
Oh, I think we tried to do something with her once, and nothing happened. She's amazing though. She's doing great.
Yeah, I
yeah.
love her. I love her, but that would be awesome if there is a collab about the Chainsmokers and Madison Beer. That would be great. The last song she made, "Make You Mine," is some EDM, like Chainsmoker style,
Yeah, we can do better. We can beat that. Madison, hit us up if you're on this Discord right now.
That would be cool.
Just lurking in the Chainsmokers Discord.
So
Well, do you have
bye.
another question, man?
No, that's it. Okay, guys, bye and see you in Ibiza.
We'll work on that Madison collab for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Cool. Rusty's up here now.
Hey Drew, what's going on?
Going down.
So you guys have been maining festivals for the past several years, and I was wondering what the thought process is in terms of like what you guys think is the appropriate approach. Like arenas versus festivals, like parties, and also is the Party Never Ends coming to Canada, Toronto shows perhaps?
In Canada, that would be fun.
That's a good idea, first of all. And so a couple questions there. Yeah, it's really interesting. We have like a bunch of different formats of shows. Like obviously we play in Vegas a shit ton, and our Vegas set is really fun, and we just kind of like play our hits or whatever new songs that we're excited about, and then we play like tons of other people's music, and it's just kind of like classic DJing. And then you have festivals, and some are like EDM festivals, which we try to like we'll play like other people's tracks that we really like and try to keep it like try to play a harder set usually there. And then when we do a Party for No Reason, we want to keep that really hype too, because it's like our own like little festival. But we also, we know it's just like a big Chainsmokers show, so we like lean more into like deeper cuts there, and even more so than on our own headline shows. So we always like try to be conscious of like who is there, and we know that when you're at a big festival, you want to kind of pull people into what your sound is, and as DJs we enjoy mixing our sound with other records that are hot or that we're into at the time that are like very just translate well. So we just try to like mix it up and like cater to the crowd a little bit. We are DJs at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. Also, new EP is pretty good. I've been listening to it all morning. It's which one was it? I think it was Tennis Court in the Discord preview. That one surprised me the most.
Hell yeah.
I've had it on all day.
That's great. That's great.
I
I love that you guys love that
happy.
song.
I was so happy that the drop to Tennis Court remained unteased up to the point that we did the Discord debut. Because I was like, everyone's going to get to experience this moment and nobody's seeing it coming at all. That was like the best moment of the entire thing for me.
That fucking drop. There's like 16 versions of that drop. And we just got to the end of it and I was like, fuck it. This is going to be it. Here you go.
Dude, I was on a walk when you guys were in Jackson, and I was just listening to the EP on Dropbox, and I had no idea that the files had been updated, and what I had been listening to before didn't have the drop. And then I was just walking, and then out of nowhere the drop hit, and I literally just like stopped in my tracks, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's awesome.
I'm glad everybody else got to have that moment.
Yeah.
Drop it the way it is. Thank you, Drew, and I'll
see you, Rusty.
Cool. We got time for one more, probably.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up, Lisa?
I'm great, thank you. I'm from France. I've been following you since Closer, and I think the EP is amazing. And we got one question. Can we have a clue on what will be the announcement on Monday?
Lisa, you stole my final question.
Yeah. We're gonna be announcing some shows that are gonna be very special.
Yes.
And I think, unfortunately, they're all US based. I know you're.
Oh no.
But we're going to, per the doing Party Never Ends in Canada. I don't know.
Okay, nice.
To expand that to other countries.
Super cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Thank you guys for taking the time to do this, especially like right off.
Everybody hated that answer. But we are coming to Europe and Asia and everywhere all the time. You guys know that. So we're just trying to the party never ends concept. We're just like building and trying to get it right before we take everywhere.
It's such an awesome concept. Thank you guys so much for joining. Everybody say goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys. This was sick.
The guys literally just got back from Shanghai, so the fact that they spent an hour here with us is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, guys. I'd love to see your guys' comments, and I love that you guys are loving this EP. So more to come, but enjoy this for now.
Cool, awesome. Thank you, everybody. We'll have a replay for this stage in the stage recaps channel like we usually do for anyone who missed it or wants to watch it back. But that's all for now.